everyone, today I'm going to introduce a book called To Kill a Mockingbird. Let me tell you the table of contents. So the first is characters in this book, plot summary, and the main topic in this book. And the second, I will introduce what the author is trying to say, and my personal opinion after reading To Kill a Mockingbird. So let me introduce the main characters in this book. So there's Atticus, who is the father of two children, Scott and Jem. And Dale is the friend with Scott and Jem. And there's Boo Radley, who is stranger. He never revealed his face. And there's Tom, Bob, and Mayella, and the community people. So let me introduce the plot summary. So Scott, the narrator of this book, tells the story in her point of view. She tells the story that occurred when she was young. Scott was living in Macon with her father Atticus Finch, her brother Jem Finch, and their black cook Calpurnia. Scott and Jem has a conviction in goodness of their community people. One day, they became friends with Dale, one of the neighbors in their community. He was diminutive and confident. One day, they became interested in Radley House and a person who was living in there. Boo Radley was an unrevealing person that community people think of as a stranger. While the three children playing together, they discovered some presents that someone left. The presents were placed in the same place in next day. Someone who left the presents for children was Boo Radley. He was expressing his love for children via those presents. These peaceful days were going on. However, family goes through bad things. Atticus, the main character and the father of two children, had to defend Tom, who is a black man in the trail. In that era, defending and protecting black people was not for black people was not common. The white woman called Mayella and her father Bob claimed that Tom tried to rape her in her house. Atticus was a white. That means white people defend black persons from white person. Community people view this not in a good way. However, Atticus did not care people's eyes. He tried to his best to protect Tom in his trail. He has gained obvious evidence that the white woman and her father are lying. In fact, Miles tempted Tom in order to have sexual relations, and her father, Bob, saw it and hit Miles. He then pins it on Tom. Although Atticus had evident proof, judge resulted it that he is guilty. In the wake of this incident, people in community pointed a finger at the Finch family. Mayella's father, Bob, even attacked Atticus' children, Scott and Jem. At the moment, Boo Radley came out and saved them, killing Bob. One of the sheriffs saw it, but he pretended he did not see it. So the main topic of this book is a discrimination that was and still existing in the world. By judging person and depending on their skin color and kill innocent people. This book is trying to convey the corruption of the society and how people in the society disregard and judge people relying on their skin color. So, what was the point that the author of this book trying to say? The author wants to convey for reader about the miserable reality and people's view about the black people in that era. We should study more detail about the title of this book. Mockingbird is a bird that is not harmful for people. What is the point that this title represents? Mockingbirds represent innocent people, innocence of person, like Tom. Thus, to kill a mockingbird means to kill innocence. At the end of the story, Tom was shot to death. He represents innocent person, and the innocent person is killed. Through this depiction, the author is trying to notify irrationalities of the society and severe racists in that era. How about the strange guy Boo? Boo was just a strange guy for children. The three children was always wondering who was Boo, but he opens his heart and saves children. By doing so, he became innocent and fully person for children that God has developed into a sympathetic and understand individuals. Throughout reading this book, I was a little bit confused at how many topics this book has. In the first part of this book, I thought that it's kind of peaceful book, but after reading part of Tom's trial, I completely understood what this book is trying to say to readers. Although I had read so many books regarding racists and irrationalists of the society, additionally, seeing Atticus' justice, trying to protect innocent people although they are black people, his brave attitude was very unusual in that era. And I think the people like Atticus is needed for our society. Although I had read so many books regarding racist and irrationalists of the society, this book is the best book that represents these things deeply. It really intrigued me. Thank you.